How do we, Cassius, there's so much, tempers are building. The threshold of, listen, enough is enough has perhaps reached its limit. But how do we kind of temper that and ensure that while we agitate and while we lobby and while we demonstrate, we don't get to the point or maybe incite people to get to that point?
You see, everything rises and falls on leadership. And you have certain people out there who are talking about this crisis in a more aggressive way. There's a way you can deal with it, okay? While we may have issues with the Davis administration with illegal immigration, the problem didn't start with here. It started a long time ago. And while there may have been lackadaisical, we have to find ways of dealing with it without agitating people to the point where they want to fight or cause harm or injury on someone. We have to be very careful as leaders, though. Leadership is a very delicate position because people listen to you and they would follow you and they would do things that you think, even though you didn't say it, what you think you would, let me rephrase it. They will do things which you may be thinking.
Right.
And so you got to be very careful when you lead people, because sometimes people are overzealous who follow you. And so you got to guard them. And so for people like Lincoln and myself and all us who have people maybe following us, we got to be very careful about the position. Because there are people out there who may be so zealous to go then and do some things that you may not have authorized or even know about. But they follow you because that's what they feel they should have done. And so you got to always remind people of who you are. And then there are always responsibilities, and there is also parameters in which we operate. Yes, you can protest. Yes, you can go there and demonstrate. But you don't have the right to speak about a prime minister in a derogatory manner, cussing him, carrying on bad. Because while Brave Davis is the prime minister, he's a man, he's not necessarily a man because he operates under the office of the prime minister. So he embodies the office of the prime minister. As citizens, we got to respect, the office. You may have your issues with the man, but the man possesses the office. And so you got to show respect for the office. And so this is why we got to be very careful how we as leaders speak, what we suggest, our innuendos, because we have to be responsible. It reminds me of when Nelson Mandela was in opposition and they was shooting, and all of the Negroes were shooting and killing, and he went on the TV and said, listen, I am your leader and I am telling you, stop it today. And so after that it ceased. But you have to realize the power of leadership. Those who possess leadership must understand the power of leadership. And if you are irresponsible, then you don't need to be a leader.